Hello everyone, welcome back. They've taken our sword. Let's go and be ambushed. Wasn't a particularly good sword, I suppose, but it was a weapon. Ah. Okay. How did this work, man? So the whole world is just mirrored on the Wii, right? And that's... I don't know why that's... I don't know. Obviously, I just have memories of having to go the other way to find the crawl space because, of course, it's mirrored. Oh man, I'm trying to figure out. So was the... Does that mean that the fountain would have been on the opposite side as well? Like, I don't know, man. Oh, そんなことがあったの? I think that's a question. So she's saying, you know, I think it's Elia saying like such a fact, such an event, such a thing, and then atta existed, happened, was, such a thing happened. And I think it's a question. She's saying like, you know, she's saying like, oh, is that really what happened or something? Dakedo ne, Colin. So just kind of, but you know, Colin. And then, you know, whatever her reasons are for storming off, I guess. Come to your master, Epona. Epona, ひどい目にあったのに、それでもご主人様の方がいいのね。So hidoi just means like awful, horrible. And then me ni ao is kind of to... Well, this is what they use in Majora's Mask when the mask salesman says you've met with a terrible fate. He says... I think he says this. Does he say this? Hidoi me ni ao? Or it's something me ni ao. It's like to have a bad encounter, I suppose. You know, well, I don't know. Can it be used positively? Obviously, the hidoi is making this negative. I don't know if it can be positive, though. I don't know if you can change the adjective to a positive one and have many owl. But yeah, so it's like, you know, an awful kind of encounter. You met with an awful encounter or something. And then no ni is obviously like despite having done that. Sore demo is also doubling up, kind of. Even, you know, despite that. Even though that is the case. And then go shujin sama, your master, basically. No ho ga I. So the ho here is saying which of two options is preferred. I think it tends to be between two. It's like we've got my way and we've got Elia's way. Is kind of literally how you can translate it. Ho is like a direction. And she's obviously saying, you know, despite all that awfulness that has happened to you or whatever, your master's way is kind of preferable. You still prefer your master. You still want to go that way rather than this way. You know, I'm getting a bit literal there, but basically Hogai is just kind of, you know, that one thing is preferred over another. So, yeah, you prefer your master. Kono ko nara daijoubu yo. I don't know why nara's in there, but I think it's just, you know, basically this horse. Or maybe it's like, you know, well, ko is literally child. I think it's people just use it in kind of a... I want that word again that I couldn't think of in the last part. In kind of a... endearing kind of way. Is that the word I mean? Kono ko nara. Yeah, I think so. Maybe I meant endearing. Did that work in the other context? Anyway, so it's like this girl, I suppose, you know, this... it's endearing, basically. This child, and then nara, maybe it's kind of like... in the case of, you know, this child in particular, as opposed to others who wouldn't be, You know, she's okay. She's daijobu. She's fine. She's strong. Is that tsurai? Tsurai kega mo taishita koto nasasou dashi. Issho ni tsurete ikeru wa yo. That's, I don't, is that, hold on. Is that tsurai? No. That's saiwai, isn't it? What am I reading here? What's a saiwai kega? Or is it, I wonder if it's like, it might be like saiwai koto ni, as in luckily, the injury. Saiwai kega mo. What? Why can you do that? Saiwai kega mo taishita koto nasasou dashi. Taishita koto is essentially like a big deal, basically, and then nasasou is kind of the, it's the seemingly of nai. So the verb here is nai, to not be. And what you can do to make such adjectives, I suppose, or negative verbs into a seeming, you have to change the e into sa. So rather than nai so, it's nasaso. So that's all that's going on here, really. So there seemingly does not exist, you know, a big deal. Or maybe it's just, maybe the negative here is just that it is not. It seems it is not a big deal. And then dash, just kind of that she again for non-exhaustive list of reasons. And then issho ni, togetherly, tsurete ikeru. You can go leading togetherly. And then wayo, you know, you can take her. I wonder if this is like saiwai koto ni, meaning fortunately, and then kega mo, her injury, you know, even her injury does not seem to be a big deal or something. Because I don't know what a saiwai kega would be. Ne omae. So just getting our attention. Kore dake wa yakusoku shite kureru. So kore dake, this only, and then wa is contrasting it. It's like, regardless of other things, this thing only. It's like kind of, it's emphasizing the only part. Kore dake wa, as opposed to other things, this in particular. Yakusoku shite kureru. Yakusoku, to promise, or a promise. Shite, the te form of suru, making it into a verb, and then kureru, just, you know, for me, sort of thing. Tabisaki de nani ga atte mo keshite muri dake wa shinai de. Okay. Tabisaki de, which is like, I suppose, at your journeys. I don't know, man. Maybe just your journey, your destination, in your travels, I suppose. Tabisaki de, in your travels. Nani ga atte mo, whatever there is, I suppose, whatever exists, whatever happens. Keshite needs to be used with negative verbs. It means like to never do something, basically. So keshite muri dake wa shinai de. So shinai de is that negative request, you know, do not. And muri suru is like to overdo something, to overstrain yourself, to overdo, I suppose, anything really. So people maybe will quite often say muri shinai de, like don't overdo it, don't go too hard, don't sort of, I suppose, work yourself to the bone, don't make yourself ill, you know, it's like, you know, just don't overdo it. And so she's saying, yeah, like no matter what, I suppose, just overdoing it, don't, I suppose. Kind of a weird translation, but you know, it sort of works. Buji ni kaete kite ne. So buji ni, literally no event, as in no bad things, but less literally meaning safely. And then kaete kite, you know, coming home safely. So come home safely. You got it, baby. Uh-oh. Just opening a beer. It's a good job we landed face up, isn't it? Could have drowned otherwise. Sorry about my Viber. I sometimes get messages on it. Oh. Sure. Damn, look at that, man. 7 hours. 7 hours and we've just become Wolflink. In fact, maybe... Oh, never mind. I was going to say maybe we should go over the buttons, the button prompts. But now this is happening. Who are even you? Oh no, she's going to speak really weirdly, isn't she? Mitsketa. I don't know. I don't really know what to do with that. That's a small e. So it just means that she's maybe, I don't know, maybe rather than Mitsketa, she's sort of like saying Mitsketa or Mitsketa or so, you know, it's maybe an intonation thing. Mitsketa, you know, bit odd. Anyway, I found you. Oh, kowa. So kind of a noise, and then kowa is a shortening of the word kawaii, meaning scary. So she's kind of taking the piss, I think, but you know. Kukai, I don't know what that is. Maybe a laugh. Sonna kawaii kao de niramitskete mo ii no kana? So, I don't know, yeah, with that kind of a, or that much of a scary face. Let me look up this word. Nirami? Skete. Is that just to stare at someone? Yeah, okay. Niramitsukeru. To scowl at, to glare at. Niramitskete mo ii no kana? What is she saying here? Is she... I wonder if she's asking if we should be doing that. Maybe. It's like, are you, is it kind of like, I wonder if that's a good idea to sort of scowl with such a scary face. I think she's sort of, trying to say that she's maybe implying that, we shouldn't be doing that to her because for whatever reason, maybe she's a big deal or maybe she's our only ally or whatever. Zannen dana. Zannen essentially just means, that's a shame, or that, there's sort of, well, I think it literally means like left over, to remain, and then sort of maybe a bit of like regret or something. So it's like there remains regret, or, it's a shame, basically. Zannen dana. Omae no taido ni yocha. 助けてやろうと思ったのにな. Okay. お前の態度. Taido is one's attitude. And then yocha, I think, is like yotte wa. And basically, ni yotte means depending on. Is basically how to translate it. Just depending on your attitude. And then 助けてやろうと思った. I thought kind of, I will help. Taskeru to help, and then we've got this taskete yaro. We've got volitional with yaru. You could just see it as taskeyo to omotta, which is just volitional of help. But it just, obviously, volitional just expresses one's full intent or commitment to do a verb. And then no ni is like a regretful despite, no, I was going to help you after all kind of thing, and yeah, I don't know, just sort of even though I was thinking of helping you depending on your attitude, blah blah blah. That calms us right down. Go. I don't know, man. Laughing, I don't know. So, that's right, I guess. Ningen sunao ga kanjin dayo na. Ningen is human. Sunao, I think it's just like obedient and stuff, right? Sunao, obedient, yeah. I don't know, man. Just, yeah, like obedient, kind of like unrebelliously. Like I think we saw it in another game where it was like to say something just honestly. No, what was it? It was like Sunao ni Yorokobenai. I think it was one of the fish, wasn't it, in Wind Waker? He said, can't you just non-rebelliously say that's a good thing rather than trying to find trouble in all the news all the time, it was something like that. Anyway, so just obedient, and then kanjin, I think. Yeah, there it is. Oh, essential, really? So obedience is crucial? I don't know, actually. Ningen sunao ga kanjin dayo na. Or maybe, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Mo hito janakutte ju ka. I think that's ju. Kukukuku. So, a noise, and then mo hito janakutte. So basically, not anymore a human, and you can sort of just use the te form with janai to say sort of the information. So you're not a human anymore, and then what you actually are, which is a ju, I think, which is just a beast. And then kuku, laughing again, I guess. Yosh, ii ko dakara, chotto dake otonashiku shite na yo? Eh? That's odd. That's very uncommon. Yosh, maybe just like, alright. Ii ko dakara. I guess because you are a good boy, sort of thing. Chotto dake, just a little, otonashiku shite. Otonashi is the same word again. It sort of means to be kind of adult-like. No, maybe not. Well, I suppose it kind of works. It means to be calm and collected and obedient and, yeah, you know, not rude, not loud, not overly lively, just kind of calm, collected, obedient, that kind of thing. So otonashiku shite, so that's suru at the end of an adjective. You have otonashiku and then suru, and that means to be or to make so that the adjective is true. So make it so that you are obedient, kind of literally, but basically just be obedient, right? Be. I wonder if she's saying iko dakara about herself, though. She might be saying that. Maybe. Is she saying, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm safe, so, you know, be obedient? Or maybe she's saying, because I can see you're a good boy, you know, demonstrate that by being chill. Power beam. Nice. Odoroita kukuku. I don't like this kukuku stuff. Odoroku is to be kind of surprised. Yeah, so that's it. So that's just past tense. Odoroita. Were you surprised? Are you surprised? Sate. Ittai koko wa doko desho? Oh, damn it. I knew that. I really felt like that was going to happen there. Sate just meaning like now then. And then Ittai, was it Ittai koko wa doko desho? Ittai on earth, basically. Koko wa this place. Doko, where? So where on earth is this place? And then desho. Koko made koretara oshiete yaru yo kukuku. So yeah, until here, where she is, obviously, until here. Koretara, if or when you can come until here. So I guess if you can come to here. Oshiete yaru yo. So you could just see that as, again, get rid of the yaru, it just roughens it up. Oshieru, I will teach you, I will tell you. And yeah, this is koreru, I think, which is to come, but that's the potential form, so can come. And then obviously it's changed furthermore into a conditional, koretara, if or when you can come to here. And then kukugage, which I hate. Do I need to press A this time? Okay. Okay, then. Oh, yeah, no, I was going to go over the button prompts. So on B, we have ataku, meaning attack. And on Y, we have horu, which is to dig. And then if you move, you have dash, which is to dash. Are we supposed to... What are we supposed to do? I know we can crawl out, but are we supposed to... Oh, that works. Okay. Okay, and we have hun. That's obviously like a breathing noise, I guess, but I don't know if it's maybe long because she was holding on or something. I don't know, man. Anyway, breathing noise, I think. Breath. Doyara baka janasasou da na. So again, we've got this seeming with negative, with janai, basically. So doyara is like seems. And then baka, you'll know baka, obviously, idiot. And then jana saso, so seems you are not an idiot. Huh? Why have we got doyara and nasaso? That's interesting. Yeah, seems as though it seems you are not an idiot. We kind of got it doubled up. Kiniita. Kini-iru is to like something, basically. I don't really know why, but kiniita just means, you know, I like you. I like you. And I think it means like quite a lot. It's in a good way. I like to kind of translate this because this kind of means one's mind or one's mood or whatever, one's consciousness even. I like to kind of translate it as like, I guess I vibe with you, you vibe with me, we vibe sort of thing. It's probably language I shouldn't be using actually because it's a bit after my generation probably. But there you go. Koko kara, from here. Nogashite yaru yo. So nogasu, I guess. Nogasu is to let someone go. Or maybe, hold on. Maybe it's to help someone escape. To set free. Okay. Yeah, to let escape, to set free. Okay. その代わりちゃんと言うことを聞くんだぞ. So, その代わり just kind of that instead or in exchange of that. ちゃんと properly 言うこと the things I say. 聞く is to listen. And 聞くんだ is just a way of requesting that someone do something. So, you know, you need to listen to the things I say. もし私に用があるなら Z を押して合図しな。もし can precede conditionals. You don't need it, but it can precede conditionals. It just sort of means if. It just sort of declares that a conditional is coming after it. I should probably say this more, to be honest, because I don't... Sometimes people don't know where I'm going with a sentence until I get to the end and put the conditional on it. So I should really... I should probably use moshi a lot more, but I never use it. Watashi ni you ga aru. So there exists, I suppose, use or need or business to me, or much less literally, if you need me. Well, the nara is the if. If you need me, if need exists within me. Zeddo wo oshite. And I should point out actually that the Japanese do say zeddo. They don't say z. They do say zeddo. They call it z. And then oshite, so press z. And then aizu is just a signal, I think. Aizu, just, I suppose, do a signal. Yeah, aizu shina. And this is how Tetra requested we do things, wasn't it? She used the stem of the verb plus na. That's a way of requesting something. Hora, wakattara, tottoto susume. So hora, I guess. In this, yeah, maybe you can translate it as behold or something. Maybe. Or now, wakattara, if that's clear, if you understand, tottoto, immediately, susume. And susumu is to advance, so susume is the imperative. Okay. I guess we have a lot to do. Shouldn't I have sensors? She hasn't told me about that yet. Yeah. Oh, that's just if you're going backwards, huh? What am I doing? What am I doing, Midna? Come on. Was I supposed to... Oh, that makes sense. I thought that was our cell. So there would have been no point going back in. I misunderstood. Excuse me. Oya, korewa. Yeah, I don't know really. That's a noise, and then korewa is kind of, you know, it's kind of, obviously it means like, you know, this thing, or you know, this basically. But I think it's just, you know, showing interest in it. What's a good equivalent? Maybe like, well, what do we have here? You know, it's kind of expressing interest in something in kind of that sort of it's that sort of way. Well, what do we have here then? You know, ooh, what's this over here now? Korewa. I don't know, man. I hate that. Hora, ii mono misete yaru yo. So I'll just ignore that from now on. Ii mono, a good thing, and then miseru. You could just again take the yaru off and miseru. I will show you something good. Ju no omae ni nara wakaru hazu sa. So this is good because this expresses why I rarely translate this as "do you understand," even though I did a minute ago. You use ni with wakaru because wakaru is kind of I think it's an intransitive verb, and it means to become clear, to become understood. So you can't really say, do you understand? It's not really how it translates. It's like, Ju no omae ni nara. I don't know why it's ni, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like it should be, oh no, it has to be that way around, yeah. Ju no omae ni nara wakaru hazu. So, like, if or when it comes to beast you, well, hazu is like there's an expectation, like should. It should become clear to beast you. So you can kind of translate it, you know, more naturally into English as saying, you know, you should understand, you should know what's going on here, you should understand. But it's not how the verb works in Japanese. So the ni there kind of illustrates that, to become clear, to beast you. And then exude sensu o togi sumashite. I'm gonna have to look that up. I think that's right. Togi sumasu. Yeah, okay, perfect, man. Why do I remember that? I don't know where I've seen that before, but bloody hell, I don't know. I've no idea, but I've just gone into my head somewhere for some reason. Togi sumasu. Yeah. So as you can see here, to sharpen, to grind, to wet, to hone, to make keen. So exude, using x, sensu o togi sumash su. Togi sumas, obviously, as I've just said, to sort of to hone, isn't it? Yeah, to hone your senses. So you have togi sumashite mina. So she's using the stem of miru, meaning to try doing, with na, so that's the way she's requesting. So she's a lot like tetra in that way, quite a kind of casual, sort of familiar person sort of request. So try honing your senses with X. I can't. My controller isn't working again, but I can do it if I do that. That is ridiculous. I have to minimize and then reopen the window, and it presses X for some reason. I don't really care, man. Should I care? I'll care. Koko made nigete kitara mo daijoubu da yo na. So koko made, just stuttering obviously, until here. Nigete kitara, like kind of if I come running until here. Mo daijoubu, like, you know, I suppose already it's safe, it's okay, already it's safe. Dayona, just kind of saying out loud to reassure himself. He's kind of questioning himself in a reassuring kind of way. It's like, you know, having run this far is enough, right? He's kind of just saying it to himself. Kuso, kuru na yo, daremo kuru na yo. So kuso is like, you know, fuck or shit. Either of those probably. Not as bad obviously in Japanese, because you can say it in kids games. Very context based, you know. Obviously if you say kuso in a business meeting, you're probably going to get fired. But you know, context-based, not really swearing, I guess. Kuru na yo, so this is just a negative imperative. Just standard form of the verb with na. Kuru na, don't come. And then daremo, kuru na, so that's a negative meaning no one at all come. No one come to me, no one come closer. Okay, good. So every time I want to turn off my senses, I have to reopen the window. Okay. Heishi no tamashi datta na. Heishi, just a soldier, and then tamashi is a soul, or maybe like his spirit or whatever, you know. A soldier's spirit, and then datta just past tense. Moshikashitara ano yo no mono kana. Kukuku. Moshikashitara, like perhaps, or could it be? Kind of just sort of, you know, perchance, I suppose, is that moshikashitara. Ano yo, that world, and then no mono, it's a person of that world, I wonder. Hoka ni mo koko ni wa tamashii ga uja uja iru. Uja uja iru zo. I remember actually, I think I said this to a teacher and or suggested it as a word, and she said it gives off a kind of a gross vibe. Let me just look it up. It means like in swarms, right? Uja uja. So yeah, hoka ni mo, you know, I suppose also other than him. Koko ni wa, regarding at here. Tamashi ga, spirits. Uja uja, just, you know, like just tons. And then iru, to exist, so there exist tons of those spirits at this place, other than him. And then omae no sensu exu o togisumashite mi na. So we got exactly the same sentence before, right? Like, try honing your senses using X. Koitsura nanika shitteru kamo na. Koitsura, just these guys. Nanika, something. Shitteru, they are knowing something. And then kamo is probably, right? And then na is again rhetorical agreement seeker. Where am I going? Should am I supposed to just pull like all of the things? Because I can. Nice. So, お前はまだ銃の体に慣れてないだろうから言っとくけど. So, kind of just saying out loud to herself, I guess, like, oh yeah, right. Like, kind of just having thought of something. お前はまだ, so you, not yet or still, 銃の体, beast's body, or your beast body, に慣れてない. 慣れる is to have got used to something. So narete nai, just, you know, that's narete inai. It just means you do not exist having got used to your beast body. Or you still aren't used to your, you know, your new form or whatever. And then daro, just saying like, are you? And then kara, I guess, you know, so, because of that. Itoku is ite oku. So I will say in advance of the future for when it's needed. And then kedo, and then she's going to tell us what she's going to say. So I'll tell you now in preparation for the future when you need to know. 戦うときは人間の姿でできてたことを思い出してみな. Oh, okay. 戦うとき, so fighting time. Regarding fight time, regarding battling time. Well, 戦う is a verb, right? So it's kind of to battle time, or the time you battle, or the time you fight. So regarding that time, ningen no sugata de, in your human form, sugata is just basically form. Dekiteta koto, so the things you were able to do. This is dekite ita, which obviously present continuous is dekite iru. And so this is dekite ita, which is sort of past continuous, were able to do. I suppose that's kind of past in English, isn't it, when I translate it? But yeah, I don't know, man. That's past continuous kind of thing. And then omoidasu is to remember. So omoidashite mi na is just again her saying that request of, you know, try to remember the things you were able to do in your human form. Because I guess fundamentally the buttons are the same, right? Honno te yatsu wa sugata ga kawatta gurai ja kawaranai mon sa. Okay. Okay. Oh, I think I understand. Okay. So honno is like your instincts, I believe. So, you know, that, yeah, just your instincts and... Yeah. What is honno? I might have a look, actually, just to be safe, because it will probably have a few different meanings. No, it's just instinct. Okay. Never mind. Honno te yatsu wa. So I suppose yatsu here is standing in for... Well, they're saying, like, the things that are called instincts. The stuff that's referred to as instincts. And then sugata ga kawatta gurai. I think gurai here is saying like to the amount that your form has changed, and then ja just meaning like, I suppose, via or not via. Sugata ga kawatta gurai ja kawaranai monsa. I think it's just the ja's just kind of needed. I think it's just maybe this is der wa, right? So I think maybe that's just there because it's saying that it wants the wa in there to contrast how much, to contrast, you know, like to the extent that your form has changed, wa, to contrast that with how much our instincts have not changed. Kawaranai. And then mon. I don't know, mon. It could be just emotional. Or it could be a shortening of mono, meaning that, you know, even if your form changes, your instincts are a thing that doesn't change as much or quite to the same extent. So even though we are a totally different form, we should still be able to fight, you know, using the same controls because they haven't changed as much. The essentials of fighting are done exactly the same way in this form as they would be in human form. Do we just need to hit all of these then? You're weak, dude. Awesome. There's another one, but we'll just let a bad guy out. Is there something down there? No. I don't know if I really want to talk to everyone. There's not much need, is there? Oh! Kochi, kochi. Kochi just means this way, so she's just said it twice. Matte te yaru kara, omae mo nanto ka shiteki na. Matte te yaru. I don't know why she's put yaru in there. She's just changing the vibe of it. Doesn't change the meaning. I think she's just saying like matte iru. So I am waiting, and then kara, because I am waiting. Omae mo, you also, nanto ka shite, you know, do something, and then I suppose to come, sort of thing. Do something and come, because I am waiting. I think we can. Awesome. I'm gonna die. Oh man, that'd be very embarrassing. No. Okay. Are we good? Oh. Oh. Reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 3 a lot, right? When you go into the sewers and you run away and then dogs chase you. Kind of, you know, fits in with the wolf thing here. Games always just remind me of other games. It sort of shows how many games I've played in my life, which is maybe not good, but never mind. Laughing, and then Tomawari Gokuro-san. So Gokuro-san again. Obviously, she's just acknowledging that we've done work, that we've done work to achieve something or whatever. And Tomawari is just, I think, literally like the yeah, it's kind of, excuse me, literally like the long way around. It's like a detour. The long way around rather than a direct route, I guess. Tokoro de, chanto sensu X wo togisumashiteru ka? You've told me like 3 times in about 3 minutes. So tokoro de, just like by the way. Chanto, like properly, like properly as in like, you know, as you should, I guess. Chanto. Sensu X wo to, you know what she's saying. Doyara koko ni iru tamashi heishi bakkari da na. So doyara just seems, koko ni iru tamashi, the spirits that exist at here, heishi bakkari, soldiers, you know, nothing but soldiers basically. Sate, ittai koko wa doko deshou? This is quite interesting that it's written in kanji here, but yeah, I'm fairly sure that's doko, just written in kanji. So, you know, given that maybe, or from that, itai on earth, here, you know, where? She's just said it again, basically, hasn't she? Nigetain daro? So you want to run away, don't you? Or running away is desirable if we do it literally. Ja, hore, shupats. So, you know, given that, with that decided, hore, I guess just another pronunciation of like hora or something. Go on then, kind of thing. Shupats. Shupatsu means like departure. How long have we been playing? I guess I should get outside. Does this break? It hasn't so far. You have to fail first, do you? Okay. Ah, nani yatten da ka? So just a noise and then like, you know, what are you doing basically? Nani yatteru? Nani yatten da ka? I don't know, man. You didn't give me the opportunity to do this. There we go. Shoganai na. So shoganai again, meaning, you know, there's no helping it. Like, you know, there's no other way. I have to, you know, I have to do what she's about to do, I guess. Ashiba o oshiete yaru kara watashi ni eru chumoku shite e de tsuiteki na. Ashiba, just sort of like a foothold kind of thing, a foot place. Or a leg place, a platform, a place to rest, you know, a place to stand on. And then oshiete yaru kara. Again, you could just see this as oshieru kara, because I will teach you or show you where the platforms are. Watashi ni, to me, or at me. Chumoku shite, eru chumoku shite, like focus on me, I suppose. And then using a tsuiteki na, come along, come after. Do it again. Awesome. I don't know if this is a good mechanic. It feels a bit cheap to just tap A. I feel like you should have a bit more control over things. I know later on you have to kind of time it. But it might have been better to control the link a bit more during those bits. Uh-oh. Okay. Do we... Can I just push... Oh, surely I can't. No? Okay. Oh. Yeah, okay. Oh! そろそろここがどこだか分かってきたかな。くくく。そろそろ so soon. ここがどこだ. So this place is where, and then cut questionizing it so that she can do another verb to it. It's like you're acting on the question. So here is where you will come to understand, I wonder. Or you know, I wonder if you will figure out where are we, or this place is where soon, if you were to put it into kind of an English order. Ma, ue made ikeba kitto wakaru yo. So Ma just kind of neutralizes the mood, I feel. It's a bit like well. So it's kind of like that here. Maybe she's like, well, you know, until up, ue made, until above, until up, ikeba, if you go until there, if you go to there, kitto wakaru yo, for sure it will become clear, or for sure you will understand. All right, let's go. Yosh. Yatto nukedasu na. Yatto is just like at last, and then nukedasu, I guess, is to just get out of somewhere. Nukeru is to... Is that to... I think nukeru is to... I'm trying to figure out if it's transitive or not. Nukeru, that's to get something out of somewhere. Let's have a look. Nukeru, is it transitive? Oh, it's intransitive. Okay, so nuku is the transitive verb. Okay, so nukeru. So to come out, and then dasu is just to... It's just also just to come out. I don't really know why. It's to kind of to come out, to emerge out of somewhere. Even though deru is the intransitive, they often say like dasu as part of like phrasal verbs. And it means sort of, like for example, there's a very common sign in Japan which is tobi dashi. And tobi dashi is like tobu, to jump, and dasu, to get something out. But it refers to kids like jumping out from, you know, into the road, basically jumping out from houses along the side of the road into the road, or jumping out from behind cars. But I find it weird that it's tobi das instead of tobi de. For me, it would make more sense if it was tobi de, you know, chewy, be careful of people coming out from the houses. But it's tobi dasu, which implies to me that the kid is like picking themselves up and throwing themselves out from behind cars. It's like, it doesn't really work. But I mean, I'm not a native speaker, so it's just odd to me. But there you go. So nuke daseta, that's a potential form as well, and past tense as well, of course. So it's like, finally we were able to get out from there. Hora, sora wo mite minayo. I don't know. I don't like this. This is odd. Mite minayo. I don't like it, but that's her thing. I guess that's how they make you know she's speaking weirdly. They give her a bit of personality with their new kind of sentence ending particle things. Anyway, hora, sora wo mite mi na. I guess we could see it as. So just... Oh no, maybe that works then, because you've got a yo at the end after the na of the request. Maybe it does work. Anyway, behold, try looking at the sky. Kyo mo, today also. Was this Tussle Gare? I think this is Twilight, right? Tussle Gare na koku un ga kirei da ne. So the Twilight's black clouds. I'm just going to look that up. Koku un. It is, okay, good. I'm glad I got that. Koku un. Yeah, black clouds, dark clouds. Ga kirei. Kirei just means like pretty. It can also mean like clean. But I guess in that sense, that's why it means pretty, because, you know, pretty people are like, you know, they look very clean to kind of look at in a sense, you know, they're very pristine kind of faces and whatever. Anyway, so kirei, they're very beautiful or pretty or whatever. Koko ga doko nano ka mo wakatta yo na. So yeah, by now. I suppose I could see that as by now, couldn't I? Yeah. That's probably a good thing to try and remember for future. By now, it has become clear, you know, this place is where. So acting on that question, you know, by now it's become clear where this place is, right? Mada wakaranai ka. So still, it does not become clear, huh? And then kukake. Omae ni awasetai yatsu ga iru nda. I guess this is just ni here because we've got the kind of causative here. Ao is to meet. So awaseru is to sort of make or let meet. Or to maybe take to meet or something like that. Excuse me. So ni just goes with the causative verb form. Awaseru. But then it's awasetai, meaning to want to, cause to meet. And then that's modifying yatsu. So there is some guy, there is someone I want you to meet. And then iru obviously is to exist. So there exists a person I want to cause you to meet. And then ano to made tsuki atte morao kara na. Ano to, that tower, made, to or until that tower, tsuki atte morao. So kind of, I'll receive your... Skiatte morao. Skiatte morao. Yeah, okay, I think I've got it. It's just confusing me because of skiao for some reason. I think she's saying, like, I'll receive your accompanying me. Maybe? I'll receive your keeping me company until that tower. Maybe. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there because, yeah, why not? So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and or support if you like. Don't if you don't. Thanks to my patrons, and I'll catch you next time.